Good evening and welcome to my live. I thought I'd come live this evening here in the UK. So just wishing you all a good evening, good morning and good afternoon wherever you are around Mother Earth. I thought I'd come live just to give some thoughts and messages that's coming in from the Spirit. And I thought I'd just come live spontaneously. So what I'm receiving from Spirit at this time is that we are to go inward. There's a lot of energy at this time surrounding the Mars and the Venus and Saturn planets. So this is about connecting with our inner selves to draw balance within ourselves. I'm going to talk a little bit about alchemy and the Ascension process, because this is something that Spirit are, certainly Horus is actually coming through very strongly with regards to the Ascension. When we are working on the Ascension, we are working and focusing on turning lead into gold. This is this is coming through from the ancient teachings. So when we connect with turning lead to gold, that's within our own consciousness field. So basically, if you think about where we are at, we're souls, we're spirits, we're energy. We work through a time construct when we're here on the earth. And when we cross over into the realms of spirit, we go into timeless reality. So there is a polarization and a duality between spirit and matter. However, when we ascend ourselves into a much higher frame of consciousness, we realize that we are in a holographic simulation of consciousness. So that in itself is quite an expansion. We expand our consciousness. So how do we connect to this great expansion? We go back into the heart center. And it's interesting because as we go into the heart center, we connect with the emerald ray. And the emerald ray is the access to who we truly are, to who we are as souls, to who we are, on our soul's journey. It takes us into the Halls of Amenti, takes us into our life purpose and what we're here to do in this now. And as we look at the heart structure, we have the heart structure is built like the medicine wheel. It has 4 chambers within the heart structure. So you have the atrium and the ventricular, and you have both left and right. They are the 4 chambers within the heart. So when we're looking at the heart, it connects us with the 4 directions, and that is where the balance is. So when we are working from that space, we can connect more fully. And as we connect more fully, the emerald ray is very much coming through at this time. And that emerald ray is the connection to healing. It's the connection also to connection, if you understand where I'm coming from. And I also want to go into the Emerald Isle and the Emerald City, very much connecting now with Atlantis, because there's a lot of Atlantean energy unfolding at this time. As we connect into different timelines, we are clearing a timeline and energy that's coming in from Atlantis. So we are also, this is interesting because I'm picking up a lot of this stuff, looking at the emerald ray, because emerald ray connects us with time. It connects us with time, and as we are connecting with time, we connect with a great lord of karma, Saturn, and he's also, it's a time and karma. And as we connect with that, we are also looking at our timelines and how we want to manifest our timelines, also focusing on other timelines. And as we are also doing that, we are emitting and cleansing and purging. I'm actually being told right now, I'm being given the word purgatory, because we are in this holographic simulation of consciousness. We are understanding that we are in that time and emitting and cleansing and purging. So we also do that from the heart space, because the heart space becomes the bullseye for that cleansing and purging process. So we're also, as we are doing that, because we're connecting with time and timeless, we understand that the earth is a world stage, and we understand the world, and it is a world stage. So technically, as we're looking at the earth being a world stage, the earth becomes an outer experience. So we have to also understand that, whilst we're on the world stage, okay, we have to also take ourselves back to observe what's going on around us. And we do that from the heart space. I also want to go and connect with Hyperborea. Hyperborea comes in very strongly right now, certainly for me personally, and Hyperborea is about returning back, for me it's returning back to 0 point, okay, and the return to the Garden of Eden. The Eden. So as we do that, again, we connect through the heart space, and it's the heart of the living fire. And as we work on the heart of the living fire, we are going through this great purge. So a lot of this is metaphoric, especially with the energy of Saturn moving into Aquarius. And going into retrograde. So we're looking at that. And as we're connecting again with our holographic simulation of consciousness, our higher consciousness, we also become that time is a great revealer. We become time is a great revealer. There's a lot of things unfolding. We are understanding that on this world stage, as we're on this world stage, we become more aware of the duality that's existing within the world stage. Polarity has taken its grip at this time. So you only have to go wherever you want to go. There is a huge sense of polarity, and that's causing a tension, that's causing a challenge. But as we're raising our consciousness, we understand polarity, yes, we can use that as a tool, because back in ancient Egypt, we had the Djed. And the Djed, we mastered the light and the dark. So basically, we... As mastering the light and the dark, we master polarity. We bring that and we integrate that into oneness. And as we're integrating that into oneness, we become whole. So that, again, is within the heart chamber. So as we're integrating the duality and integrating polarity and understanding it as a whole and a purpose, we begin to balance that, and we purge that, and we bring that dualism back into oneness. So there's a lot going on at this time that is replicating the Mars-Venus conjunction with Saturn, and as Saturn is going into retrograde in Aquarius, and it happens to be going into Aquarius because we are in that transition, transition stages. It's like we gone into Aquarius, but we're in that cusp energy between the Pisces and because we go through a transition like a cusp as we're moving from one zodiac sign into the other, and it's about balancing and transition and so forth. And during that transition, it does become a little bit uneven, and I'm going like this right now. So, but as we're in that holographic simulation of consciousness, we understand, we understand because we're bringing it back into ourselves. A lot of people on the rostrum are talking about whether the earth is flat or whether the earth is round. Horus tells me, if you're working on holographic simulation of consciousness, it matters not whether the earth is round or whether it's flat, because you become that earth in yourself. You become that. You embody whatever you feel is right within you. It doesn't matter if the earth is flat or whether it's round. As long as you know it can be both, because we're in that hologram. And he's actually telling me, he's saying to me now, he said, every planet is based on a hologram. Otherwise, if it was solid, we wouldn't be able to get planes out and aircraft out into space and so forth. So it is hologram. So as we're returning back and connecting with our four chambers, it's the four chambers of our heart space, we bring ourselves back into 0 point. When we coming back into 0 point, when we come back into 0 point, we come back into neutrality. We understand the whole. I'm also being told that we're in the energy at the moment of unfolding truth. And as we're sitting into higher consciousness, we will understand and we are able to discern truth more fully. And, well, we're able to discern more fully and understand the truth. So where we are at in the ascension process, the planet itself is fully ascended. She's been ascended a long time ago. It is humanity to be working upon themselves. The ascension process, and Spirit's telling me, it is a soul-based ascension. And it doesn't matter who's being left behind or anything like that, because we're all souls at the end of the day. We're all got a part to play. Doesn't matter who, where, what. No one's going to be left behind. It is just understanding that some souls, maybe at higher levels and some souls at lower levels, and we're all working together. As we're working together in a sacred circle, we're able to assist others. So Horus is saying everybody has a part to play. No one gets left behind. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Okay, yes, we are, yes, he's saying that we are in the drama and the karma. and a lot is unfolding on the earth at the moment that can be very unsettling. And this will cause also a split in opinion, and perception and so forth. He's actually saying this is all part of the drama, and the drama again is serving as a tool and catalyst to purge the duality. So yes, everybody may be having a go at each other and so forth, but see it as a catalyst. He's saying see it as a catalyst. And a lot of people are wondering if these are the end times. Okay, well, it depends on your reality and your level of consciousness, he's saying. But at the end of the day, the whole bringing back into the oneness is the balance, and going beyond that definition of what it means, going beyond, above and beyond. And he's, I'm just hearing now, even for a very, very, very long time, spirit and matter was in fact a duality in a sense, and humanity separated the connection between human life and the spirit realms, and that in itself is a polarity. And we are now in that time frame of bringing and unifying and connecting ourselves to the unseen forces. So the unseen, the spirit realms are coming through. This is all part of what it means to actually be awakened. We become more awakened to our realities. We become awakened to spirit coming through, our spirit guides coming in. We become more aware, and being aware that they are working with us and through us. I'm now going to end this live by connecting to the 4 chambers of the heart, to the 4 directions, and to the 4 aspects of the medicine wheel, the 4 colours of the medicine wheel. As I'm now also connecting to the 4 directions, to the 4 corners, and to the 4 colours, bringing everything back into that wholeness and bringing that into oneness as we're connecting with our heart chambers. I want to connect with the emerald ray, but also the emerald ray, sometimes when I'm doing healing sessions, I also say that the emerald ray can be the masculine and the pink ray of the heart can also be the feminine. So I want to bring both the emerald and the pink into that divine union as I'm connecting with Mars and Venus, and connecting with that divine gateway of the law of karma, bringing that into balance. So bringing that into balance, I want to now connect with the healing energy and connect with the gateways. As I'm now connecting with the gateways of the Orion Nebula and this and Sirius, the God Star. I want to bring forth the healing energy and the rays and the Mahatma to connect with Mother Earth and to humanity and to those who are in hospital at this time, to those who are in care, and to those who have no one to care for them. I want to bring healing to those who are facing warfare and conflict, in particular both Ukraine and Russia, so that they can bring together a peaceful solution. I want to pray for the injured, to those who have died and making transition at this time, those who are facing end of life. I want to send healing out to those who are in famine, facing emotional and mental struggles at this time, who are worried about uncertainty. I want to give healing out to the children who are in need, to the animals, to the trees, to the plants, and to connect all life and the 5 elements to bring forth this beautiful energy of love, light and healing to Mother Earth. So it is done. Thank you very much for joining me for this live. God bless you all. I love you all. Keep shining, beautiful souls. Thank you.